Hi, and welcome to a new weekly tarot card reading. My name is the Stars Tarot, and I am here to do your weekly card reading for Monday, the 25th of August, until Sunday, the 31st of August, 2025. So, as always, I will pull three cards, one for the general energies for the collective this upcoming week, one for the potential obstacles, and one for potential opportunities. So let's start with the general energies that we can expect for this week. All right, life experience, which is also the tower in the traditional tarot. It will be the potential obstacle for the collective in the upcoming week. Nine of Cups. And a potential opportunity. Six of Wands, nice. Okay. So for general energies for this upcoming week for the collective, so this is the tower, which can be kind of like a disruptive energy, because usually it indicates an event that is kind of coming out of nowhere, so you might feel a bit blindsided. And it says here on the card, a significant life event, a powerful revelation that leads to change and time to spread your wings. So for some of you, it might be the case that something is going to be revealed to you, like a, sort of like a lightning bulb moment where you maybe, something happens, or maybe you get some information where you go like, okay, this is the piece of information that I was missing, and now I understand things on a deeper level. And that understanding might lead you to kind of like break down foundations that you've built, in order to recreate something that is fitting better with you as the person you are now. So inevitably, this is a card that can be quite shocking, but it's going to lead to a more positive change. And it's possibly a change that maybe you subconsciously have been pushing away. Maybe you've like slightly been aware already that something had to change, but you haven't had the, maybe the extra motivation, or you were lacking some information for you to really, start the change. And with the tower, it's kind of like becoming inevitable. So whatever is leading to this sort of moment where, it hits you, where you go like, okay, this is what I still, needed to know in order to start moving, that is being initiated by the tower or life experience in this deck. So it says time to spread your wings. So yeah, this is why I'm saying, like, for up until now, it seems that you haven't been able to maybe perhaps, lead your most authentic life, or feeling like you are being your most authentic self. And that is why, this can feel like a sort of like a chaotic energy. But because something is no longer working for you in the, in the shape that it currently is, it's going to lead you to change. It's going to lead you to a more blossoming period, a life, a life in which you can experience more growth, and feeling like you're expanding yourself. This could be spiritually, this could be, more on a more materialistic side. But whatever this area of your life it's affecting, it will be a chance for you to do things differently. So as a general energy, this can be, it can be a little bit scary. And that's normal to feel that way if like big sweeping changes are coming in, especially if you might not have really expected. But this change is going to lead to a better foundation. So it's your chance to recreate and reshape the life that you want to live. And it's just giving you this extra, lightning bulb of motivation, of strength, of courage that you need to lead towards the change. Okay. So if we look at potential obstacles, the Nine of Cups. So it might be because this is a card of sort of like an aspect of indulgence there's to it. Um, so what I would say as a card of it being an obstacle is might be that you're a little bit too how you say that, like a little bit glorifying or a little bit too much in your own comfort zone, in the sense that it's almost maybe leading you towards having a bit of an arrogant attitude. So this might mean that the rug is going to be pulled underneath from you a little bit, that your emotional comfortability in which you have been, that has kind of like been indulgent to an extent, is going to evaporate. Is maybe not the best word, but there's going to be some change in it. It might be that you feel that everything is coming to you and that you don't really have to do things anymore, and that's what I meant with the slight feeling of indulgence, or like a slight feeling of being arrogant in a way that you don't have to do anything. And that's not to say that, you don't deserve a period of rest or a period of kind of like, feeling like you can, take a rest and just be in your own moment. But it's also sometimes time to get moving again. And I feel that this, is connected with this life experience. Like something is going to be shaken up, and that might evolve around your emotional world, around your feelings, because the water card is connected to feelings and your sense of empathy, your sense of intuition. So the time for indulging yourself is kind of over. It's going to have like a less stagnant energy to it. And apparently this is something that is needed, because otherwise it wouldn't come up. So the time of resting on your laurels is done. You need to start moving again. And this move has probably to do with this change and making sure that you are recreating or reshaping your life in a way that it's fitting whatever your needs are currently. So that's a very interesting obstacle to get. The Nine of Cups is also known as like the wish card. And usually when you get this card, a lot of readers will say like, oh, your wish is being fulfilled. But I don't know, for me personally, that has never really come true with this card. So I would see it more as like emotional contentment, but because it is an obstacle, there will be a change in feeling emotional content. And like I said, you might have been becoming a bit passive, and that passiveness is going to change now. But not to worry, because the Six of Wands is in the potential opportunity. So it means that whatever the change is going to initiate, it's going to be successful, because the Six of Wands is a card of triumph, it's a card of victory, and it's mostly a card of being seen. So there's some type of public recognition here that is coming towards you. There is going to be a victory that is seen by other people. And it says here at the bottom, victory, good news is on its way, public recognition or awards. Yeah, so this change is not something to be afraid of, because, this is such an optimistic and positive card that, there might be a level of discomfort, probably emotional discomfort led by this Nine of Cups, but things will become better because of the Six of Wands. The promises here are just so great. Like people will kind of like celebrate you and what you've done and the steps that you've taken to come out of your feeling of like smugness, of like, being too immersed into your own emotional world. So there is something to celebrate here that's coming towards you. And it comes with public recognition. So the struggle initiated by the Tower and the Nine of Cups as an obstacle, it's going to be short term. It's going to be short term, and it's going to lead to this increase of feeling like I've made it. I've done something so great. I've made so many important steps in towards change that people will go like, oh wow, you really deserve this moment of victory and of truth for yourself. So really interesting energies. I would love to hear from you afterwards if this energies actually come true for you, because it's always interesting to look back at the cards and see how the cards have fit in your week. So let me know what happens. And as always, thank you so much for being here and see you next time. Have a great week.